So the Assault on Hereford event introduces a brand new character to Rainbow Six lore. This is the Keres Legion member, Phobos. And yes, I'm changing how I pronounce Keres Legion because we never had an official way of saying it in game until now. So in this event, if you're playing on the Rainbow side, the person coming through your comms telling you what to do is Zero, aka Sam Fisher, and he is guiding you on how we handle this assault. However, on the Keres Legion side, the person coming through their comms and leading this assault is a character known as Phobos.
Take over and defend the highlighted area. Stop their breaching attempt.
Which means we get quite a few different voice lines throughout this entire event of Phobos speaking to you, even when you go out of bounds, for example, or you're getting pinged.
You're being tracked. Looks like they're going to put up a fight after all. The fight is the other way. Turn back. Wrong way, soldier. Get back to the battlefield. If you try to flee again, I'll hunt you down myself. Good work blocking the entry point. If Rainbow wants in, they'll need to get through us. Enemies know where you are. Maintain pressure. They can't breach as long as we're there. Stop Rainbow from getting through our defenses. Hostiles have gained a way in. We've regained control of the hacking device. Secured device. The device has been retrieved. Hacking device secured. We've regained control of the device. Hacking device is live. Protected. Hostage is on the move. Target is on the move. The target is grounded. Deimos is being moved. Deimos is no longer in motion. Enemy moving Deimos. They've unloaded the hostage. Rainbow has Deimos. Target is no longer moving.
By all means, Zero and Phobos replace the standard announcer for Rainbow Six Siege in this mode. But I feel like there is already enough evidence in place pointing towards who Phobos truly is. Now, the first thing we can actually learn about Phobos from this event is that he is seemingly below Deimos in the hierarchy of the Keres Legion. Since when talking to these Keres soldiers, he does refer to Deimos as our leader, not their leader. So it seems like Phobos is also below Deimos, just like the other soldiers, but I imagine he is somewhere high up on the hierarchy. Now, the name Phobos itself is heavily linked to Deimos. In Greek mythology, they are twin brothers. So maybe there is a chance with them having names of two brothers in Greek mythology, maybe Phobos is actually on par with Deimos, rather than being above or below him, because the statement referring to him as our leader would still work if they are equals. But this is the first time that we've heard of another Keres Legion member having an official title just like Deimos, so he has to have some importance in this organization. Now, you're probably thinking, how does any of this imply an identity? Is he an ex-Rainbow operative just like Deimos? Well, I don't think he is. Rather than Phobos being a soldier, let alone even a Rainbow soldier in his pastime, I think Phobos is a politician. Specifically a politician who is a part of the Global Security Alliance Council. The council which overlooks Rainbow. But I have more to this, and I have a specific politician I believe he is, because if this is true, it will explain so much and start to answer some unanswered questions. So when you hear Phobos' voice in game, he sounds like an American male. But the more you listen to his speaking and the more you listen to his words, it sounds like there is a little twinge of Irish in his voice.
We've regained control of the hacking device. Secured device. The device has been retrieved. Hacking device secured. We've regained control of the device.
There are some terms which have that little bit of Irish twang to it, while still maintaining the overriding American accent, giving him an Irish American accent. Now, this is 100% deliberate. They didn't just pick a random voice actor for Phobos. They chose one which had this specific sounding voice. So I was trying to think of some American Irish characters which we've seen in Rainbow Six before, but I didn't go digging into the past like with Deimos. Rather, an Irish name which came to my mind, which we have seen quite recently in Rainbow Six lore, is a man by the name of Lucas Lou. Now, not only is Lou an Irish surname, it's actually a figure in Irish mythology itself. Mythology, once again, coming into play. And we first ever heard about Lucas Lou in the Battle Pass info for Operation Collision Point, where we learn that he is a GSAC board member, and he typed the following inquiry about Rainbow. Upon reading Dedicated Officer Galanos's most recent report, it has become abundantly clear that she lacks the objectivity required to properly assess Rainbow as an organization. She is too close to this unit, too willing to give them the benefit of the doubt when she should be cracking down. Rainbow was resurrected to work as a deterrent to worldwide safety threats, a job they have repeatedly failed to do. Instead, they have become a lightning rod for those very issues. I, for one, won't sit idly while civilians are endangered and council members are targeted. I propose we discard all prior assessments and begin a full reevaluation immediately. As members of GSAC, we owe it to ourselves to elect a neutral party capable of accurately assessing Rainbow to see if they have lived up to the standards we set for them when the program was initiated. So, let's break down what Lucas just said there. He is a part of the GSAC board. Kure Galanos, now going by Scopos, who was an ex-Rainbow operative who worked alongside Gerald Morris, who is now Deimos, was brought in by GSAC to evaluate the effectiveness of this current Rainbow roster. A decision which doesn't sound like it was made by Lucas, rather it sounds like this was Aurelia's doing. You remember her? The old director of Rainbow? She's involved with the GSAC these days by the sounds of it. Now let's just assume that Lucas is Phobos here, and he is a part of the Keres Legion. His goal is to tear down Rainbow. He sees that Kure has been assigned to evaluate Rainbow itself. He knows that her history with Gerald, and Gerald being the reason why she's even in a wheelchair to begin with, would allow her to give Rainbow way more benefits of the doubt, as she also wants to take Gerald down. He knows he would not get his desired result with Kure doing this task. All of it is too personal to her. So, seeing this happen, what does Lucas then do? He creates a report saying that Kure is too close to this, basically questioning her integrity and opting to elect a different neutral party to do this. This then removes Kure's influence to the GSAC, and although she is now reintegrated into Rainbow, working under Captain Doc of Wolfguard, her reports and assessments of operators seemingly are no longer required, and a new person to assess Rainbow comes into play. This is the man we see in the Operation Collision Point comic book, Caron, and he is there independently assessing Rainbow for the GSAC, after Kure has been replaced in this role after the proposition by Lucas Liu. Now, how convenient for the Keres Legion that the moment they initiate this attack on Hereford base, which they have been planning for a long time now, and have been hiding in the shadows as recruits, not revealing their identity, playing into Rainbow's training, waiting for that moment to strike. What a huge coincidence when they do their strike, this guy reporting for the GSAC is there on the base. His life is now at risk, and despite Blackbeard, Striker09, and Sense's best efforts, this man dies at Hereford base. Before he dies, he tells Blackbeard that GSAC are going to be holding a vote to shut down Rainbow. And if this guy assessing Rainbow had it his way, he wouldn't shut them down. So now, this guy who has been sent in to assess Rainbow's effectiveness, and if it's worth continuing operating them as a team and funding them, has been killed for the very same reasons in which Lucas has criticized them, saying that they are a lightning rod for these events. That is now going to convince more GSAC members to vote to close Rainbow down. How convenient for Lucas. The guy who has been criticizing Rainbow this entire report pushes away Kure, someone who was very critical of Deimos and Gerald Morris, and brings in someone who then dies in a conveniently timed Keres assault, further fueling this anti-Rainbow agenda. Things get a lot clearer when we start drawing lines between Phobos and Lucas. Right, so let's go back a little bit to the assault on Emerald Plains. This is a dark site which is being used by Rainbow's GSAC members to do their work. It's a country club in Northern Ireland. That's where they do work, and I assume just chill and hang out and play some golf as well. But by all means, this is a secret Rainbow facility. But despite all of this, somehow the Keres Legion and Deimos managed to figure out what this was, where it was, and initiate an attack on it. Not only that, the target was one of Rainbow's politicians, the Secretary General, according to Doc. This now escalates things. Now the GSAC are worried for their lives. If this member's been targeted, what about us? Why aren't Rainbow doing anything about this? Why are all these issues being caused because of Rainbow's existence. Maybe Rainbow aren't working like we wanted them to. Maybe it's time to shut them down. How did the Keres Legion get any of this information to begin with? Because Phobos, he's part of the GSAC. He's providing this information. And now here is where I think this theory makes the most sense, because Deimos in Greek mythology is the god of dread and terror. That is what Deimos has been doing to Rainbow. He's been causing terror, installing dread. He is living up to his name. And Phobos is the god of panic and flight. Panic is very interesting. Let's say that Phobos is Lucas. He would be causing panic by revealing sensitive information about where these rainbow dark sites are, where these politicians are, and then Deimos will be causing terror by trying to kill them. Phobos, the god of panic, then causes all of these politicians to fear for their lives and begin to question Rainbow's legitimacy and consider shutting them down, disassociating themselves with this organization which is seemingly causing them danger and getting rid of them. Oh yeah, what was Phobos the god of again? Panic and flight. Fear, panic, and flight are all the things which are happening to these GSAC members. They're scared for their lives. They want to leave Rainbow, get rid of it, disassociate themselves. They want to basically run, flight, leave. If you start to get the twin brothers Deimos and Phobos and split them down the middle, Deimos tearing Rainbow soldiers and Phobos tearing the politicians, that leads to a complete dismantlement of the organization itself and potentially ensures it can never recover from its destruction. So I believe that the GSAC board member Lucas Liu is Phobos of the Keres Legion. He has fed all the information for Deimos and the Keres Legion to act on when it comes to Rainbow's bases, facilities, sensitive information they have on the inside. He is by all means the mole, and he has used all of this to install fear, panic, and flight into the politicians itself. He questioned Kure's legitimacy when she was assessing Rainbow because he knew that she would foil his plans. He causes the GSAC to elect someone new, fine well knowing that this man is being sent to die. He knew when the soldiers were going to strike, he knew when the fall of Hereford would begin, and one of these goals was to kill Kuron to further prove his point in the GSAC that Rainbow needs to be taken down. And that is how Deimos and Phobos destroy Rainbow. That is my theory for who Phobos is in Rainbow Six Lore. Hopefully soon we figure out if this is true or not, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you like my theory? Do you agree with it? Or is there some stuff you disagree with and you think I got wrong or I'm overlooking? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new. Catch you later. I love you all. Stay safe. Peace.